Oh,
Easy joke.
heyo.
Got
Da.
him.
Waka waka.
All right. What's up, chat? We're back playing Marvel Multiverse today. And I love that there's like big inside jokes that nobody else is a part of. This is fantastic. We're doing so good. All right. I'll do the little circle, and everybody can say your name and who you're playing today. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Sarah
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Hellhound.
and Jordan
Hey, my name is Jordan, and I'm playing AWOL.
and Tali.
Hi, I'm Tali. I use they them pronouns. I'm playing Scheherazade.
Hell yeah, and Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare. I use she, they, they as my pronouns, and I am playing the ever lovely exploit. Pronouns are she, they.
Hell yeah. All right. So last we left all of you, you had just defeated the Shadow King and recovered some more pages of the Darkhold. And also, you were able to break Hellhound free from the clutches of Morgan Le Fay's mind control. So she is back in the gang. And now we're going to see where it goes next. I think we were talking about possibly going to Castle Doom and seeing if we can recover the pages of the Darkhold that Dr. Doom has confiscated. So we are going to jump right into it. We open on a frame of what looks like the inside of some kind of lair, not one that we've seen thus yet. Doesn't look like Castle Doom, but we can see that there's a lot of computers and servers and highly advanced technology. And then we see like a big whoosh as something huge is flying through one of the walls and smashes through it. And then we see a figure moving at incredibly fast speed after this thing that they've just chucked through the wall. And we get a couple more like smash cuts of this whole base getting just destroyed. And as the smoke clears, we see MODOK in the corner of a wall just having been completely ravaged by this assailant. And then we see off camera, we see a speech bubble going to this figure that says, "I'm going to ask one more time." And then as it cuts over, we see an angelic figure standing before him with red hair holding a sword. And Angela says, "Where is Morgan Le Fay?" And we cut back to our heroes who are saying their farewells to the X-Men, who are getting ready to take Psylocke and Namor and the mutants that they have apprehended that were working with the Hand back to Krakoa.
Think I would go and say goodbye to Logan. Logan, beloved, I look forward to seeing you next time we play poker. I shall watch your ward. Please take care of yourself.
Of course. Yeah, make sure to take care of the kid. They're still figuring it out, but they've got a lot going for them, and they're a good kid.
They are.
And also, I know you've been cheating. And he like,
I am a lady. How dare you? I've never cheated a day in my life.
okay, that's fine. We'll have that discussion another day. And he begins to walk back over to Colossus and Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler kind of gives you the salute as he teleports all three of them away.
What a lovely man. Well, are we ready to go? Is anyone any stops we need to make along the way?
Is there a way to take a power nap? Because
The book says that you get your resources back after what it refers to as a good night's sleep. So,
Yeah,
you
we're
can,
gonna need a little more than a power nap.
yeah, you can absolutely hit up the Olive Garden and then rest up and lick your wounds.
Yeah.
yeah, Yeah, I'd like to
I
get
would
to
love to do that.
Latveria.
I would love to
Yeah,
do that as
the
well.
slow way, the old-fashioned way.
Hell yeah. All right, so you all are rested and ready to go on your next adventure. How do you go about doing this?
Is there a way to like take a rest in Roll20, like reset everything, or you just gotta like manually set
I'm
everything back?
actually not sure if it has.
That's
a
okay.
thing.
That's
you might
okay.
need to just yeah.
I'll
you might
just
need-
manually set it back. If there was a button, I was just like, damn, I would like to know about that button. No worries. It's like 2 boxes.
Yeah. And karma if you haven't researched.
And karma, yes.
Yeah.
So the question was, how do we want to get there?
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't
We
know, would a
can
portal be too
teleport.
obvious? Yeah, we can.
Anyone have a
Portal.
Quinjet just like on retainer?
A jet? No.
I don't think that you have clearance to fly that yet. They still won't let
I don't
Jubilee
want
fly
the
it.
clearance. I was about to say, I love if anyone else had clearance. I shouldn't be trusted with that.
I mean,
No, I don't have clearance.
Does everyone have their passport? We could just take a commercial flight.
I'm not a citizen of anywhere on this.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But again, I can teleport. I can just meet
Is
you.
there,
If
like, a
you want to
Krakoan-
fly, what do you have, like a rewards program or something? You're
I
trying to get
do.
miles on?
Yeah. If I get 1,000 more miles, they're gonna send me a tote bag.
Well, we have to let him fly commercial now. All right, the rest of us, how are we getting that? This tote bag seems important to A1.
I don't know. The commercial flight sounds lovely. I might want to
I'm going to ask: is there a Krakoan gate, or do I have like a place either on Krakoa or like as an annex part of Krakoa?
I would say probably. I mean, you are still a citizen, and so you are able to come and go freely. And there are several access points to Krakoa.
Is there one to Latveria? I assume probably not.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, Doom.
Yeah.
Doom
Okay, cool.
does not trust Charles at all.
Okay, cool. Is there any in the neighboring nation? Because I have some ideas.
I can also teleport us there if it's. Just wanted to give options. I don't know if how everyone feels about the portals, especially since, the library is gone. But...
Yeah, sorry about that.
I feel like teleporting close to Latveria is. I don't think we should like. Does Doom have the ability to like tell when anyone has entered into Latveria using magic?
I'm gonna have you make a logic check, and
Okay.
you can make it with an edge because you did used to work for the Latvian government.
Cool.
We're just gonna brush over that. We ain't gonna.
Yeah,
We had a whole thing. Cyclops outed him, and then he and Moon Knight had a whole conversation.
I think my favorite part is X-Blade was not there.
That's
So I got
Yeah,
shotgunned with that.
Yeah. I was a spy for Latveria. It's not a big deal.
You
I rolled
casually
a 12.
implied
It's casual. He was a
you've
spy.
done
He flies
evil things.
commercial. What's there to
Yeah.
know?
So you do know that Doomstadt, and particularly inside of Castle Doom, has a lot of security countermeasures inside of the castle.
Okay.
There was actually a point, and this is canon, where Doom, for a number of years, actually abandoned Castle Doom, and the local governments tried to enter Castle Doom in order to like reclaim it, and like all of them died, just because nobody knew about any of the security countermeasures he had in place, and they all just like basically Kevin McAllister Home Aloned him. Like all of the government people that tried to go in there. That's a thing that
Yikes.
happened, apparently.
Wild.
Yeah, Marvel Wiki be crazy. So you don't know the extent of like what those are since you only got a 12, you probably don't have intimate knowledge about them, but you do know that is a thing.
Yeah, should we get close to Doomstadt and then
yes, we don't have to teleport directly into the castle. We can simply go to Latveria. It's quite lovely this time of year.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind going to
teleport nearby, walk over a little bit, walk in. Easy.
Love this. Okay. Well, let's all go, and goes to reach to like pull for a book, but then realizes that she can't do that anymore.
Oh no!
And just kind of pushes her hand against like the air, and it kind of makes like a ripple, like a wall of water. Well, let's all go then. And walks in.
Yeah.
Walks in.
You walk through the portal, and you step out on the other side, and you are in the country of Latveria, specifically Doomstadt, which is the capital city. You begin to look around, and you see Eastern European architecture, and a not incredibly busy, but fairly bustling city around you. What time of day did you decide to come here?
Morning,
So-
probably closer to
Yeah,
think
probably because we
morning.
took a big sleep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so yeah, you are in the city of Latveria. What do you do?
Michael, do you have a contact or something? You used to work for the government. Perhaps you have a man on the inside?
Yeah, there's a place I know. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think he has like a former, not like a not like a handler, but someone who was like a contact, um, not in the government, but like a contact who like knew about what was happening.
Okay. Cool.
And
Uh,
I think it's one of those things where it's like unless you have another idea, it feels like it's a thing where it's like in a bar or in like a barber shop, and you like have to say a thing to the person who's there, and then they'll like let you into a different room.
Hell yeah.
I'm an Archer fan, so we're gonna say it's a laundromat.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, you all follow AWOL down the streets of Latveria, and you come across like this kind of like old storefront, and it's a coin laundry, and you look inside, and it's got like Maytags from the 80s, and it very much looks like this place hasn't been renovated in decades.
Yeah.
But you walk in, and there is a man who looks to be in his late 40s, who is kind of has like a comb over covering, like trying to like what's left of his hair is trying to make the most of it, and he is a little bit heavyset, wearing a polo, and he sees all of you come in, and then he sees AWOL, and he kind of has a very blank stare, and he says, "I didn't know you were allowed to come back."
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if I am.
Okay, well, is there a reason?
Can we talk somewhere quieter?
You see him like look around and see if there's anybody else in the laundromat. uh, and he like reaches under the counter, and you see what looks like he presses some buttons, and you see one of the coin laundry machines like like retracts into the wall and then sinks, and there's like a staircase leading down, and he goes, "You know where to go," and
Yeah.
he begins to walk that way.
Can I say that I have a safety deposit box there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna quick go over to my like safety deposit box, and in it I take out, because I'm in Doomstadt, and I think that whoever burned me is probably here too. So I'm gonna grab a few things from that, like extra passports that are not in my name, and a gun.
So this is for all of the rest of you watching, it's like you've been traveling with Michael for a while, and he's kind of always seemed like out of his depth and kind of whatever, and just immediately you now see him just returning to just this routine like like he's now in his wheelhouse and he's operating in a way that he knows how to operate, and you just immediately see him just kind of with an intelligence and with a competence about him that you have not seen before. As he goes over and he opens up his safety deposit box and he starts like getting his gun.
And I think it has like cash in like a bunch of different currencies. And I take some like Latvian cash out and I like put it in my pocket and I get myself ready. I like put I think it's like an ankle holster for his gun, and he like puts it on his puts it on his ankle underneath his pants.
Hell yeah.
Anyone with an ankle holster has been ready to die for too long. They have been ready knowing that this is a possibility.
He's got his will in his pocket at all times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love this cloak and dagger, Michael. It's wonderful.
I thought you were just kind of a nervous guy.
Yeah. No, this is, my work.
This? Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is anyway, and I like go over to the guy who what's the guy's name?
It's his name's Boris, right?
Boris?
Because that's
okay.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Boris, we're looking for someone who this is not who I've come to you in the past to find. We need to find Morgan Le Fay.
He like looks at you strangely, and then he like begins to like look almost like he's doing like an eyeball test on you, and he goes, "They probably took that too. Okay." And he goes and like you guys are kind of now in this like underground like spy shop where he has like all of these gadgets and tools and whatnot on the wall, and he goes and he begins to like get something off the wall to like kind of examine your eyes and stuff. He says, "It is routine after Latvian agents get burned to erase some memories that could compromise people, tie up loose ends and whatnot. So most likely, you know the drill. There were things that you saw that you don't remember seeing."
I figured.
Okay, so this is going to be fun. And he goes, "We need to put you in the chair." And you are kind of like taken into the back of this spy shop, and he has like this it's like in Men in Black 2, the chair that they put Kay in. It's like clearly like fashioned together with like all of these wires and stuff like that. It looks like it was kind of just made from parts that he had laying around. You look in the corner and you notice that the whole thing is actually hooked up to a car battery. And Boris goes, It's not going to be fun, but you're going to need to do it if this is really what you want to do. Are you sure this is what you want to do? I mean, it seems like you could just, go and maybe, open a sub shop in New York and not have to worry about this anymore. But if this is really, the path that you want to take and you want to get back in the game, I guess we could do this. But it might be unsafe. I didn't lose my license for nothing.
I need to know two things. I need to know where Morgan Le Fay is. And we'll get to that second one later.
Okay. All right, in the chair.
I turn to Scheherazade and explain. I'm just like, has AWOL always been this cool? And we just
known him for a day. I've known all of you for one day.
He's always been this cool. He's quite a wonderful young man.
Does anyone have anything in their life that isn't like a super secret? Because I'm pretty straightforward, I think.
What do we define as a secret?
See,
I mean, Princess of Hell, but I think you already knew that.
Didn't?
Oh, so yeah, I think you were here for that.
Nope. I was 27 hours ago.
Mephisto's
I was
my
in
dad.
Japan enjoying my year off.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Mephisto's my dad.
The devil?
Yeah, like from the Bible.
Cool, great. That's maybe the least weird one because I at least know magic.
Yeah.
The person, not the concept.
Fantastic.
Anyway, sorry, AWOL. We'll get back to your stuff.
And I think he's like hooking himself up to whatever, like putting like I'm assuming it's like a thing that has like a bunch of wires coming out of it, and you like put it on his head. Like I'm assuming there's a
Big
whole
colander.
Yeah, it is. It almost looks like a colander. It's got like a bunch of wires coming off of it. And Boris goes, "Okay, so are you allergic to acetaminophen or bourbon?"
No, neither of those.
Okay. And he like takes a swig of something, and then he like shoves a pill in your mouth, and then like pours water down your throat so you swallow it. And then he like has a bunch of like 1/4-inch jacks that he's like moving around in a wall full of holes. And he turns around and he says, "This is the part that's going to hurt." And he pulls a lever, and I'm gonna need you to make an ego check.
Cool, I can do that. I'm good at those.
Put on sunglasses, hands them over to
I got a
Leone.
16.
All right, and you immediately like hear all of the electricity in this building just like humming through the walls, and you hear everything coming on. AWOL, you don't hear any of that. You just immediately feel like somebody is like scraping your brain with a toothbrush. And you immediately like feel parts of your brain and neurons firing that you didn't know were there, and you start to see things that you don't remember seeing, but at the same time feel like they have always been there. And you immediately like feel yourself in the middle, or you see yourself now in the middle of what looks like a Midwestern cornfield. Except about 100 feet in front of you is a shield helicarrier that has crashed into the ground, that is completely on fire. And then you begin to get visions of yourself moving through the wreckage and the rubble of this shield helicarrier, taking out several shield agents, and also recovering a file, and labeled on the front of it is Project Mordred, top secret, highly classified, level 5. And you also get a vision of you in the sublevels below Castle Doom, returning this information to your handlers in the Latvian government. You also get like a brief outline of a large, almost what looks like a head in a hover chair. And you start to see like shadows and figures of memories that you can't fully grasp. But through all of this, you remember what led to you being burned. And you also remember a secret passageway in the sublevels of Castle Doom that you might be able to gain entry through.
Awesome.
And suddenly you're snapped back to reality. And up there goes gravity. Yeah.
Not me quietly mouthing that.
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing.
We were all there. And Boris goes, "Do you have all your teeth?" That's good. The last time someone swallowed a couple of them. So
No, all good.
So I guess you would still have them. They would just be, further in.
Yeah.
Until about 7 hours later. Anyway. So I hope that you got what you needed. That will be €500.
Yeah, and I like pull out 1,000.
I'm kidding. Are you serious? I had nothing else.
You've always been good. You've always been good to me.
I tried. But seriously, get out of here, because I think that I just committed several felonies and might be guilty of treason at this point. So.
Well, I won't remember. I probably won't remember this anyway. And I'm going to also grab from that safety deposit box like a small thing, like a package of, I'm assuming that this is there because he was a spy, like arsenic tablets.
Wild.
You
Okay.
are going in not ready to come back. I am terrified. for you.
AWOL, listen, you're coming back.
It might not be for me.
That's a scarier answer, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So you know that Castle Doom is built into a mountain near the center of Doomstadt, and you also know that at the foot of this mountain is a river that runs by it, and that if you go low enough into the river, that there is an underwater door that leads into the sublevel of Castle Doom. Usually, people use people that are supposed to be there use some kind of submarine or water vehicle to actually enter through the door, but you might have to figure something else out.
I think the first thing I'm going to do, I think like you see a panel of Michael like looking the way that he normally does, and then it like cuts over to Castle Doom and it cuts back and Michael now looks like a Doombot
Wild.
because I have disguise. I can disguise myself as whatever I want.
That's
hell yeah.
super cool.
Yeah. And I'm gonna look like one of the not the combat Doombots, the like because there's two different kinds of Doombots, right? There's like the combat Doombots and the like they're representatives of Doomstadt Doombots. I want to look like that kind.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're going to look like the kind where people think it's Doctor Doom at first, and then they go to punch him, and it's just wires.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'm going to look like that kind of Doombot. And I'm looking for, like, I'm assuming. So this is like there's like a tunnel underneath the castle.
Yeah, so there is basically built into the river about 100 feet down below the water's surface is a giant steel door that lifts up and
okay.
Basically enters into an airlock that then drains all the water out after it's closed.
Okay.
I guess I will go to one of the walls and like feel around for like a loose brick to see if there's like a switch that you have to press or something.
Are you down in the water at this point?
I think so.
Okay. So yeah, we've cut over there, and so you have submerged yourself in the water and swam down to where the door is. It does so. Go ahead and actually make a logic check to see if you can figure out a different way to get this door open.
I'm not good at this. That's a 9.
All right. Yeah, it looks like there isn't really a visible like override on the outside of the door.
Okay. Anyone have any idea? I think I like swim back up. I like swim back up. Anyone have any ideas?
The door not working?
Yeah, I tried speaking friend and it didn't. It didn't open.
I could possibly open a portal just right on the door.
Oh, that might be useful. Can you just portal us through a door?
Let me double check. 'Cause I feel like I can.
I can portal us to any place that I've seen. I would imagine I have not seen the
inside of Castle Doom.
Castle Doom.
You've seen bits and pieces of the inside of Castle Doom from when you were still under Morgan Le Fay's control, but you basically could teleport into very specific rooms and you don't really know what's around them and or what kind of who would be in there.
Who might be there? What might be happening?
If the good doctor is there, I don't really want to tussle with him.
Good doctor.
So teleportal doesn't say that I have to have been there and or seen the place. I can just open a portal within an obnoxious distance. I think it's
like
10
1,000
times
feet or something.
Yeah.
1,000 times my rank.
So I would say that you could make a portal like on one side of the door and then have the other side just be on the other side of the door. And the cool thing is that because it's I guess water would still move through there. But yeah, you would just have to be fast about it.
Oh, wait. I'm silly. I can phase through stuff if we need it. I can just go through, see if I can open it.
Oh.
Go for it.
I got so much. There's so much shit on this character sheet. I'm like, oh, that is a thing I can do. Okay, so then I want to swim on down, use phase self, which makes it so that I become intangible. I can move through anything as if it wasn't there. Nothing can physically affect me, nor can I affect anything else that is not phasing along with me. So I'd like to try and phase through and see if there's like a button or anything on the other side to like open the door.
Cool. So you are able to phase through, and on the other side you see that there
Oh God.
is like kind of this big hangar area, and there is
Okay.
actually one of these like submarine vehicles parked there, but you don't see like a manual switch. At least, well, actually, no, you do, but it looks like it is bio encrypted, and so only authorized people can open it. So
Okay.
might have to go with the portal plan to get everybody else
Okay.
in.
Okay. I phase back through and catch everybody back up to speed.
All right. Well, I'll be back. Scheherazade has environmental protection. She's just gonna walk along the bottom. She doesn't breathe.
That's so cool.
She's gonna walk
Really
across
cool.
the bottom.
Fuck your water.
Lisa.
Fuck your air.
And presses her hand against the wall, and it sort of ripples a little bit, and then a portal kind of opens on the other side where you all are. There's just water spilling out, so you're gonna have to like push your way through.
Wading through.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
all of you wade through like knee-deep water that is kind of like leaking into this hangar now, and once you all get through, you're able to quickly close it behind you.
Cool.
We're here. Michael,
This
where are we
place is
going?
terrifying.
Is very much so.
I
I'm-
agree.
I'm gonna turn us all invisible.
I figured that was the first move. It's a good call.
Yeah, so we are all invisible as we start moving through here. This guy,
Mm-hmm.
is this is like a submarine?
Yes.
Okay, rad.
And if you you can roll logic to see if you can, figure out like how it works and how to use it.
Sure. So I have this ability called Quick Learner, where every time I fail a roll, the next time I make that roll, I have edge.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
And I failed a logic roll before, so I'm going to Jesus.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. 13.
Okay. So you find out that this is an AV unit, so you can actually use it as a submarine. It can also be used as a hovercraft, essentially. So it is basically land, water, air, all of the above.
Cool. I'm gonna just yank out anything underneath. Like I'm gonna pull open a panel underneath where the driver would be, and I'm just gonna yank.
It's like, this looks important. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, it does look like it is like hooked up to a power cable and is like charging. So you can rip that out too. And yeah, you can fuck up the console so that it is rendered unusable.
Yeah.
As you do that, you start to like see like burp, 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 and like lights are flashing inside, and it's making a lot of beeping noises, and it looks like it's probably drawing a lot of attention.
Hey Wall, what's going on?
I'll be right out.
Do you know how to answer anything just straightforward?
Slight weapons malfunction. Where everything's fine here now. How are you?
I think I appear out, or I'm invisible, so you can't see me. But I think the frame shows like that like in comics when someone is invisible, but you can kind of see their outline.
Yeah.
I think you see like the outline of AWOL just holding some cables.
I always think it's more comical that there's just floating loose cables with sparks coming off the end. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's all fine. Don't worry.
Oh, that's great.
And let's get the fuck out of the immediate vicinity of this thing.
Yeah, as you begin to like leave the AV, you see that there are several Doombots that are now entering into the hangar bay, coming to investigate what's going on.
I'm gonna drop invisibility on myself, but not on the rest of them.
Cool. So let me go ahead.
When
What are
when
you doing,
they
Scheherazade?
walk in, when they walk in, I want to open a portal that's going to spit them into space.
Never mind. That's so sick.
We're going Portal 2 here. We're sending them to the moon.
How big
I
of
did
a
the math. The Earth to from the ground to the space is 62 miles. I can do this.
amazing? How big can you make a portal?
Let me look at the language. I feel like we've had this problem before. I'll put it in chat.
I can see where he's been to.
Looks like
Doesn't
it's
say
in
the
a
size.
space. Does that imply that it's
Yeah, so it would have to. So you could do one of these Doom bots at a time for each use, unless you could
Gotcha.
convince the rest of them to follow.
It's
what's the-
DoomCon on the other side of this portal. Let's
Right.
go.
Could I convince Exploit and Hellhound to push both of them in when I open up the portal?
Let's fucking go.
I guess.
I'm into it. Let's go.
Sure.
So I guess so you've probably huddled up and say, okay, how are we gonna handle these Doom bots, and come up with this plan before you just drop the portal. So now that that's the case, I'm gonna, because you're invisible, I'm gonna let all of you take one action in the order that you want to take it before we go into initiative order if necessary.
Okay.
Cool. I was gonna try to talk to these guys, but this is cooler.
Nah, shove them.
Just imagine like the void of space opening behind them and this
Just
vacuum.
like a rush of air. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
you-
that's
Rush of air.
true.
You could also, yeah, I'll say if you can get them into a space within 5 feet, that the vacuum will pull them into it.
Okay.
So you'll just have to designate where that is. I mean, there is also the option of AWOL still talking to them and distracting them while you set it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get Michael to talk to them and then get them all in one space and then
Yeah. I'm
Now
gonna try to.
sneak,
I'm gonna
sneak.
try to get them
We
like
call that a
as
tactical
close.
Bugs Bunny.
Now we're
gonna-
playing a TTRPG, y'all. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. I guess.
I guess.
The word of the
guess.
day.
It just works. It works for everything.
All right. So yeah, what's the mode of operation? So what order do we do things in?
I think it's Michael, then me, and then Hellhound and Exploit.
And then push it. Okay. So AWOL, you drop your invisibility looking like a ambassador Doombot.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
You all, what are you doing here?
We're coming to inspect the AV
He's a bot.
power outage.
This is unacceptable. What? How did you let this be? How did you even let this happen? Get over here. And I try to get all of them like as close to us as possible.
Go ahead and roll ego to try and convince them to do what you want them
can
to
do that. I can do that.
Do
I'm very good at
Doombots
this.
feel shame?
That is
A
20,
fantastic
and it's a
success.
fantastic success.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All right. So yeah, they immediately are like kind of like, yes, sir, right away, sir. So I think with a fantastic success, they don't think that you're another Doombot. They think you're Doom. You're very
okay.
convincing. And so yeah, they are 100% listening to you as if they're listening to Victor. And
So the way that we're going to fix this is I need all of you to huddle up really close next to one another. And link
Don't ask
arms
questions.
and link arms around your shoulders.
God damn it. Sometimes you just gotta embrace the silly, everybody. That's the they all like very confused but also too afraid to question, like kind of slowly get into football huddle position.
Very good. Okay. And then I just like say out loud, is that good? To Scheherazade.
Perfect.
Wait, what? And they're just like sucked through the floor into the vacuum of space. Incredible.
What a wild thing to do in a game.
Yeah, that was great. I loved that. All right. Cool. So, yeah, that's clear, and now you can move through the rest of the place, I guess.
These are missiles, right?
Oh God, are they? Hold on, let me see what I put on the map. It looks like they are. Yeah, I would say it looks like that they are correct.
Cool. Those are good. That's good to know.
Good. Great.
I'm gonna put a couple of those by the door
Okay.
for
Cool.
maybe later,
Sure.
for if we need to get out in a hurry
All right. Perfect.
or flood the basement of Doomstadt.
What are we here to do exactly? Because I feel like I have missed just the general plan.
We have to get parts of the
We're
the
getting
Doom
parts
Hold.
of the Darkhold.
Darkhold.
Okay,
Fuck,
cool.
not the Doomhold. Sorry.
No,
I
I feel like
half know
it's a
what we're
lot.
doing.
I feel like we see the name
Infectious.
Doom a lot here. It's easy to just let it slip into your comp.
We get pages from Bad Book. Hold on, keep safe.
Okay, cool. I think I'm really feeling the lack of experience in this exact moment. I'm good. Just needed to say it.
Perfect.
Hey,
You
you
are
did
doing
great
fine.
by yourself last time.
I
You
guess.
got this.
Hey, Sean, question for you.
Yes.
Would I be able to, and it's okay if the answer is no, to rig up some sort of remote trigger on these missiles?
That sounds ridiculous. But there is a target number for ridiculous. So
Okay.
I'll let you could certainly try.
Okay.
I will.
I don't think it's going to be successful.
It
but I
sounds
will
like
try.
logic.
Come on, Jordan, your dice are broken
Okay.
as fuck. Like,
Come on, let's go. 16.
You're
I'm going to spend a karma.
yeah,
for
just for
edge.
Oh,
for
let's do it.
transparency,
Get the
you're gonna
one.
need an 18.
Okay, I'm going to spend another karma.
Oh.
There it is. We're in the.
I'm going to spend another karma.
Oh my god.
I'm going to spend another. I'm gonna
Are you
spend my last
serious
karma.
right now?
Roll for the fantastic success.
99% of gamblers stop right before they hit it big first.
Get wrecked.
I
Get
spent all
wrecked.
4 of my
Forget.
karma, but I got an ultimate fantastic success on that
Gonna spend another
roll.
karma? Gonna spend another karma? Gonna spend another karma? This is like
Gamblers
the
don't have
opposite
enough
of that
follow-through.
TikTok audio that's like, oh dang it. Oh dang it.
I hate it here.
The opposite.
1, 2. Yeah,
I can
I
feel
just
Sean's pain
wanted
through
to make
the
sure
screen.
that was all 4 of my karma points.
I like how you did this just to get a button.
It might be really useful to be able to blow up the basement of
Well,
Castle Doom.
You got an ultimate fantastic success, which is literally the best roll you can get the game. So I'm gonna say, if you want, you have the capability to basically rig the entire sub-level of Castle Doom for a chain reaction. If you like,
Hell, yes.
that's the
That is
route you wanna
Let's go. Let's go.
That is exactly what, even if we don't have to do it, I'm going to do it later.
Revenge.
Someone's going to wake up or you're going to find a knife in the like in your neck in like 3 a.m.
100%. 100%.
3 to 5 business days.
You are
We gotta check on
cooked.
AWOL.
listen,
So cooked.
if there's one thing about Jordan, he does not play characters to last. Like,
Exactly. This is hilarious. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
great. Fantastic. So, what now?
Moving forward, I think.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
trying to find.
Are
the
we
Dark Oak.
still-
Can we?
Invisible?
Yeah. We're
Okay,
invisible until I stop concentrating on it.
Great, beautiful.
Hellhound, if you'd like to help, perhaps we could turn on our super senses and find. Where the
I'm
Dark Oak
fine with
may be
that. Absolutely.
Whose super senses are stronger?
found. I have, I think, just sense supernatural. I don't know if it has a second rank, but I only have the first.
the target wishes to make.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah,
I know
I
there's
think
heightened senses as well.
Yeah, I have senses times 2.
I don't think I have heightened senses. But I still have sense supernatural, but I'm happy to do it with you.
I think I'm going to boost Scheherazad's. Picks one power from another character within 5 spaces and boosts it. If these powers have ranges or effective areas or durations, that is doubled. So,
Oh, hell yeah. So you can
All the
sense
things
stuff.
combined.
You
I
can
have
sense
edge
stuff.
then on all 3 of my dice then.
yeah. So I think my eye starts glowing like a green, like the bottom right eye glows green a little bit. And I think you can just feel it just naturally through like the weave of magic that you just feel like you got a little bit more juice than normal.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
thank you so much. This is gonna be lovely. My eyes start glowing, as like a magic book sort of opens in front of me, and starts like writing as I begin looking for this. I'm gonna roll my vigilance, and then I have to roll edge on all the die. Oh, don't have to roll too much. 23.
God damn.
Damn. So you're specifically looking for trying to find where the Darkhold is?
Yes. Yeah. The looking specifically for the dark hold, and if possible, is Doom here?
And this is Sense Supernatural you're using, right?
Yeah, since supernatural on top of heightened senses, on top of being boosted by exploit.
Hell yeah. So your sense kind of goes throughout the castle, and you kind of get a readout of all of the arcane energy in its various forms throughout this castle. You see that to the north, there is a shaft that leads upwards into the room where a portion of the Darkhold is being kept. You also see that there is a pathway to the room where a lot of the arcane experiments were being conducted, in what looks like you kind of get a whole readout of the place. It's almost like I'm picturing like the like in the Dark Knight when he has like the visions of like he has the screens with like the readout of the whole city is kind of
Yeah.
what you're looking at, and you get a readout of like the room where the experiments were taking place, and it looks like it is kind of in the core matrix of the sublevel, and there are not only arcane implements there are also computer servers there that seem like they are keeping a lot of data for Doom's operation. But as you continue to spread out, it doesn't look like Doom or Morgan Le Fay are here. But there are some Doom bots that are here running security that you are getting a read on, because it seems like Doom's latest experiment has somehow fused technology with arcane eldritch magic. And there are basically enchanted Doom bots that are on patrol here.
I will expose all of that information.
But we
Okay.
didn't see Doom here.
Yeah, Doom or Morgan is not here.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are enchanted Doom bots, and I don't know what Victor is doing, but he is fusing technology along with the arcane in probably untold horrible ways. So,
And also, just for my knowledge, that Sense Supernatural, that stays up for how long?
yeah, it's a concentration.
Okay. So it basically until you have to break concentration on it.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
So, do we plan on fighting the robots, or is this more of a smash and grab type situation?
I mean, I can always.
personally-
Oh, you go, Scheherazade.
I personally prefer for us to stay out of the fight. But if we have to, I know that I am in good hands. As she kind of gestures towards Exploit and Hellhound and Michael.
I mean, listen, I saw where the Darkhold was, Sean, right?
That is correct.
I mean, when in doubt, I can just open a portal, go in, smash and grab, get out. Happy to make a small portal, poke my head in, see how things are looking. Jordan, you're muted.
Because you've seen it, do you know? So you know where it is in the like. I'm just nervous about opening too many portals in a place like this.
I think I have seen it, but I don't know. Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. I have
okay.
seen it, but I don't know where it is
So,
in the castle.
Yeah, you saw basically you saw it being handed off in the castle, but you don't know if that's still currently where it is.
Okay.
Perhaps we should keep our magic use on the low end, being that we are in Doom's home, and trudge our way up, as they say, through the dungeon.
Stay invisible, stay quiet.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
And then if we run into trouble, smashy, smashy, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
All right,
I think that's
let's-
the plan. We're gonna
Right,
mega
so should we-
dungeon crawl this thing.
Should we all hands in? Should we do some sort of hurrah or something?
Yeah, we could do we
sure.
could do a hurrah. Put
Oh,
your
fantastic team building.
you can't see each other, so put your hand on mine.
Am I touching? Whose hand am I holding? Whose hand am I touching right now?
Hellhound.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I can't see anything.
That's not my hand. But
Oh
thank you
my
for-
God, I'm so sorry. Turns out I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Hands in.
Okay, I think I'm okay. I think this is definitely someone's hand this time.
Is
Yes.
Hellhound's hand like hot to the touch? Is it?
Ooh, I imagine like slightly warmer to the touch, but
Okay.
I don't imagine it's like you're
Okay.
touching fire.
Cool. I feel really warm in this moment. I assume it is my sense of confidence with everyone else.
Yeah.
Yes. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, team. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Yeah, I
Love
really
this.
hope you all don't die. Once again, I have a way out of that if that happens to me. So please
Oh.
don't. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I mean, I'd be on a queue, but like I'd be back.
I think if I died, I'd just go back home. I don't think much would happen.
Two of us have a way out, just in
Mm.
case.
I think Michael's the only one in peril of not coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Oh,
really,
Michael.
you're really the one
we'll be
playing with
fine.
the most fire for that,
Yeah.
huh?
It's fine.
Michael,
Really
stay
hope you
behind
have
us.
an
Well-
X gene.
We'll make it out.
Hold my hand. We'll be fine together.
Famous last words.
And then we Scooby-Doo sneak down the hallway.
The doors that we all just keep running through are just different portals.
So, question for all of you: up or down?
Are we
Oh.
splitting up at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
Famous for the plot.
Yeah, no. See, the
Listen,
thing
I
is,
ran 2
their
combats
portals-
last time. I can do it again.
Why would
No,
we
no,
need
no.
combat? We're gonna sneak through it perfectly.
Yeah. So the magic implements, those were down, right?
It would seem that way, that at the core matrix where they were located are deeper into. But the reading that you got on the Darkhold was actually up.
I think we should go down and then go up.
Yeah, and then up.
my
Fine by me.
Cool.
Okay with that as well.
So you begin to move deeper into the sublevel, and you come across the core matrix. As you walk in, you can see that there are like what look like giant boxes and tubes that are containing arcane magic and some kind of eldritch energy that is being used to generate the experiments in the core matrix. You also see that there are several like computer servers that look like they are holding data on the experiments that are being conducted, as well as Doom's other operations.
Ooh. I really want that.
Hey, well, I don't want to assume anything, but you are the tech guy. Do you know how to hack stuff?
I'm not the tech guy. That's what's really
Well, you have
funny.
a tech suit.
I mean, it's not
Exploit
mine.
has an
I stole it.
iPhone, you know.
He has an iPhone.
Yes, listen, you helped us set up the Wi-Fi that one time. You know computers.
I think while we're doing all of this, I'm going to use one of my powers twice,
Okay.
which is copy ability.
Okay.
So I'm going to borrow a couple of ability scores. This costs me nothing,
Okay.
just proximity. So I'm going to borrow. Now let me make sure. AWOL's agility.
Okay.
So mine got bumped up a little bit, and Scheherazad's logic. Just need to be a little bit more dexterous and smart. But yeah, no, I think my eyes are glowing like blue. Both of my left ones. And yeah, I'm just borrowing those. Like I'm sharing.
That's
Thanks.
wild.
Yeah, that one's free. It's just concentration.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do you think that Scheherazade and AWOL notice that you're siphoning stuff off of them?
I would make it clear either way, but I think this one's more of a copy than a drain, so I don't think they would necessarily notice. But I think besides the telltale like signs of something is a little bit different with me, I think the eyes that are glowing blue to represent me taking your abilities, they both like turn into your eye shapes.
Interesting.
Wow.
The immensity of the knowledge that Scheherazade has just absolutely downloaded into your mind.
It's just the level of smart, not the memories or anything, just the I feel like I could read a book a little better.
But can't work an iPhone. I love the dichotomy of that woman.
Love it. All
So
right.
what do you want done with this thing? I heard people mentioning I had a phone. I was kind of locked in on something else.
I would love to get the information that Doom has on his operations.
And I would love to dismantle whatever this is. Can the spell book help at all? Can it dispel this?
Ooh, interesting. Roll ego. And also AWOL for what you're doing, roll logic.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a karma.
Both of you are doing challenging things, so it's going to be a 14 is what you're going to need.
Yeah.
I got 18.
Cool.
I'm not going to make it there.
All right. So, couple things happen. Scheherazade, you begin looking over all of the arcane implements here and flipping through the spell book that Mephisto gave you. And you discover that Doom seems to be using these as a way to emulate the magic that is contained within the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge to Asgard. And it seems like he is creating a way to travel between worlds.
Oh dear.
You're not really sure why or if this has anything to do with him getting the Darkhold, but that is the nature of the experiments that are being conducted here.
With this knowledge and my combined knowledge, do I know of any way to dismantle this and or the severity of the situation should he be successful in his endeavor? Just from the laws of the universe and the rules of magic. Is what's happening here a perversion?
Well, a megalomaniac being able to travel to other worlds is probably not great. But also, as far as like the rules of magic go, it does seem like he is tampering with a combination of science and magic, which, I guess is not inherently like an evil thing, but it definitely has some devastating potential as far as possible collateral damage of things going wrong, which leads to the idea of dismantling it. It's possible, but these are very volatile substances that you are dealing with, and it could cause some destruction, maybe not just to the castle, but to the surrounding city.
Ooh.
That leads to my follow-up question. If AWOL were to do the thing with the missiles, would this cause this to be a chain reaction?
What did you get? You got an 18. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like it probably would. But
Even with an ultimate fantastic success.
well, when you
low-bearing beings in a closed-off space.
but you didn't know that all this was here when you rigged up
Sure.
this stuff.
Yeah.
So what I am going to say is that it looks like it would, however, the implements that are being experimented on look like they might be able to be disconnected from the greater
cool.
machine. And so if you wanted to try and transport the like volatile material somewhere else before blowing it up, that would be possible.
That's a good idea.
You would just then be carrying around antimatter in a large tube. And there's things that come with that.
I don't know. You should be allowed to hold that practically.
I will be the whole entire time just just narrating everything that I'm thinking out loud to both like Hellhound and Exploit.
And to be clear, all of you besides AWOL are still invisible, right?
I
Yes.
assume so.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Sean, I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, because what I'm looking for in that computer is really, I'm trying to find out the person who burned me.
I know what you're really looking for.
Can I use leverage? I have this ability. It's a trait, leverage.
Okay.
I have edge on ego checks to investigate people,
Okay.
and then edge on ego checks to persuade the people who I've investigated.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you are unable to find anything about Doom's greater plans, but as after you like look that and that appears unsuccessful, you can see that everybody else is kind of distracted by their other things, and you're like,
Cool.
well, let me check on this real quick. So yeah, you can roll ego for that.
Oh, sweet. I'll take it. That is a 19, and it is a fantastic success.
So you find out something that kind of sucks, which is that you do find out who burned you. And not only because you got a fantastic success, not only do you find out who burned you, you find out why.
Okay.
Project Mordred, which was the experiment that Doom was creating, was something that was initially confiscated by S.H.I.E.L.D., and the implements that he was using in order to conduct this experiment were initially confiscated by S.H.I.E.L.D. Because of the work that you did in taking down a helicarrier, killing several S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and recovering that, he was able to complete his experiment. And the result of that was him being able to bring Morgan Le Fay into the present time. And shortly after that happened, to tie up loose ends, you were burned by one of Dr. Doom's allies, MODOK.
Oh, cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to kill MODOK.
Michael,
Cool.
is everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's
Figuring out a way.
groovy. I can't make heads or tails out of this thing. And I just like pound on the keyboard.
Scheherazade, roll ego.
Ego, I love my ego. A 10?
Checks out.
Okay. Well, and then just expo what I found out about the magic doohickeys that are in here. So
Oh.
what do we want to do?
I certainly
Sorry,
wouldn't.
I blacked out for a second there. What have we learned in the last 2-3 minutes? Well, Hellhound quickly found a bathroom on a side hall and
one of my
very quickly.
one of my favorite panels of all time is there's one where the Avengers are talking to Gamora after she's like decided to like become the new Thanos and whatnot, and she does like this big monologue, and then there's this frame of Moon Knight leaning over to Spider-Man. He's like, "I picked a really bad time to space out. What just happened?" And Spider-Man's like, "Gamora's taking over the family business," and he's like, "Who's Gamora?" He's like, "Just punch whoever I punch in about 2 seconds."
I love my plural king so much.
So good.
It's very good.
So Michael hasn't told us anything, but basically, Doom is trying to create some sort of Bifrost. This thing
Mhm.
allows him to do what you are able to do naturally, but in a very unnatural and larger way.
Mm.
It's essentially a synthetic Bifrost, a sheen Bifrost, if you will. It's been invented here, and it's a
Oh.
great perversion. It can cause lots of issues and problems, and is being powered by both technology and also by the arcane. And we have to find some way to dismantle it. And God only knows what Doom has been doing with this.
So I assume breaking it would cause things to go like catastrophically.
I think we would just then spill out magic
Yeah.
or some
yeah.
sort of substance everywhere.
Yeah, see, that's what I assumed because breaking it was my initial thought, and I thought it'd be nice and easy at least.
Are there like tubes we can follow to see where like stuff is like coming from?
I believe we can dismantle it. We have to be careful. Everything here is quite delicate and quite volatile.
Yeah, so the tubes kind of like are like they're kind of tall, but they do like kind of screw on and off, so you're able to like detach it and very slowly move it off. But you're kind of like working with the thing from the rock, like the big like that you don't want to let bump together a little bit.
I have a bad idea. I'm
Tell
curious.
us.
So
So
excited.
this is one of those things where it's not how it's written exactly, but one of my things is, as you know, either shut down or steal powers. Is there any way that I could, and this would be at an extreme cost to myself, I
Oh
am
my
willing to
God.
take
Oh my
an
God.
extra thing, which is to either steal or shut down these powers. Either way, it's not going to be great for me, and I'm willing to take a bunch of extra like oomph on this if I need to.
Holy shit.
What specifically? What power would you be using for that?
My ability either steal or shut down powers, whatever one you think would be more interesting slash work. I will read them out as written, which is, I mean, they are based around character. Well, okay, actually, steal powers says the character makes an ego check against the grabbed target. It does not specifically say character. On a success, they remove all of the target's powers and take them for their own. They can now use those powers as if it was always theirs.
Right.
They have costs. I'm willing to take, like I said, extra cost. If that is a thing that I can do, I am more than willing to do so.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at both of them.
Wild.
Exploit about to turn real dark sided.
I'm gonna become a bomb. A little bit.
Oh, well, it was nice knowing you.
I mean, it gives us a chance to shut it down, like completely dismantle it without having to worry about the. It's like I'm holding the bomb so you can cut all the wires, and then I let the bomb go later.
Can you?
You cut out a little bit, Tully.
Yeah, your camera's not moving for me.
Same.
Same.
Can you?
Ruh-roh.
I've apparently stolen the power from Tully's webcam.
Why did you steal the
specifically.
power of connection?
I didn't mean to. Look, like I said, I'm a young mutant. I didn't know I had this ability. It just
AWOL, I
happened.
said you set up the Wi-Fi. You set up the router for us. What's going on?
While we're waiting for Tully to jump back in, I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and start with that ego check.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And
okay.
I'm gonna say that this is ridiculous what you're doing, so it is gonna be an 18 that you have to get.
Oh,
Cool. Okay. So let's start messing with dice. Let's start
There we
messing with
go.
dice some more. Let's start messing with dice again. One more time. I used all 4 karma, but I got an 18.
And
Y'all
it's fantastic.
I
are
used all
Oh,
my
yeah, it is
karma to
fantastic.
fuck myself up.
just pure chaos.
I am trying to help.
That's pretty fucking helpful.
You are helping, and also what a cool story beat
Yeah,
that this
100%.
works.
Yeah, no.
I missed some pieces. What did
it's
I
okay.
miss?
Exploit just successfully sapped all of the magic out of these tubes using her mutation. So what that looks like,
How much focus is this going to cause me as well?
um,
Minimum's 15, but I'm willing to take so much more focus
It
loss
is-
from that.
I'm gonna say it is gonna cost you half your focus,
Okay.
That feels fair.
Half normally or half of what I have right now?
half of what you have right now.
Okay, cool. Let me do some math, but other than that, gotta keep going.
You concentrate and your eyes begin to glow and your bioluminescent skin begins to glow incredibly bright as you all see like all of like this blue and red energy being pulled out of these tubes into Exploit, who begins to kind of like glow with kind of like this rainbow color as all of this energy like merges and fuses with her. And then you begin to see momentarily that she is like glitching in and out of existence. And from your point of view, Zania, you begin to see yourself flung across the multiverse. You in an instant pop up in Wakanda, and then you are flung over to Asgard, and then you are flung over to Svartalfheim, you are flung over to Nidavellir, and you are just basically like popping up like all across the multiverse. You then start to go into parallel universes. You start to see versions of your friends that never existed. You start to see manifestations of your itself that you have never met. And then you are rapidly brought back feeling like you have lived 1,000 lifetimes that have never existed. And you now feel all of this ability within you because you got a fantastic success. I am going to say that temporarily, until this magic kind of cools down, you might be able to do some stuff with that.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I think
Incredible.
I dropped partially because of just the sheer weight of everything. I dropped concentration on the 3 things I was doing. So like I don't have that agility or that extra logic. The power bumping I dropped earlier. I think my 3 eyes that are not focusing on this are kind of rapidly oscillating. Like almost like the hue and the colors are just rapidly changing as I'm trying to like center myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Are
it's
you
a lot.
okay?
Hey, kid, you okay?
Well, I'm holding reality, or at least parts of reality, and I think like the way I'm talking is just scattered, is like if it is both my voice and not my voice and several other versions of my voice. So it's a lot. I would never wish this on anybody in this room, or anybody in general, but I have seen too much, I think. You were a duck, and I just point at like hellhounds. I think there was zombies once. There was like some weird guys with a red guy with a red cape and one of those, and they're fighting the Avengers and seemed really cool.
I turned to AWOL and Scheherazade. I'm like, Logan is not going to be happy about this.
We don't have to
we
tell
were
Logan
2D
anything.
once.
Huh?
We were in the second dimension once. And I
Wow.
think there was like a health bar above me at one time. And I think I'm just kind of like muttering to myself a little bit of just thinking of a couple of different ones as I keep centering myself. But I'm good. I'm good.
And then gently grab both sides of your face and say, "Look at me. Breathe. You have taken on a vast amount of knowledge, my young friend. Match your breathing with mine. Look into my eyes. Calm." And I'm giving you inspiration so the next time you have to make a action check, you get edge on it.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
So that I'm clear, Hellhound and Scheherazade, you are still invisible. I'm going to say that
Yes.
exploit being flung across the multiverse probably disconnected her from AWOL's ability to maintain her invisibility.
Feels fair.
And AWOL is still looking like a Doombot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's permanent. I can look like whatever I want permanently.
Okay. But you did successfully manage to depower all of the magic in this room, which would prevent any chain reaction from blowing this place up.
Okay. And we haven't gotten into the computer yet. Was this also connected to the computer we were trying to learn stuff in?
AWOL tried to get into the computer, but said he was not able to crack it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Couldn't figure it out.
Perhaps it's best we leave then, and make our way up to the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Seems like a good idea.
You are about to turn and leave, and then you hear a loud bang as something crashes through the roof, and AWOL, you are suddenly like tackled and grabbed and pinned up against the wall by
no one goes after our little guy.
by an angelic-looking figure with long red hair, and she is holding you and says, "Where is Morgan Le Fay?" And we are going to take a 10-minute break.
Whoa. Wild.
Good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
That is some good shit.
All right, and we're back. So, AWOL is now being held up against the wall by Angela, who is this 6'2", incredibly heavily armored, muscle-bound angel woman. Because
Happy Pride.
and she is asking where Morgan Le Fay is. What are you gonna do?
Whoa, not Doom, and I turn back into myself.
And she like cocks her head and then like lets you go, and you fall a couple inches from where she's been holding you up and like land on the ground. And she says, "Why are you here then?"
And I like look over to Scheherazade, and I'm like, do you know a lot of people?
Am I still invisible?
Yes.
I'll drop concentration on that, so we're all visible again.
Gotcha. I'll say me and Angela have met each other at some point.
You for sure know of Angela because you are familiar with a lot of like the various gods of the realms. Angela is actually the firstborn daughter of Odin and Freya, but she was at birth moved to the realm of heaven, and so she is essentially a Norse god that was raised as an angel and as a half brother to Thor, and is sometimes a guardian of Asgard when she feels like it. Also, sometimes is a guardian of the galaxy.
Love it. Angela, darling, hello. Scheherazade, we met about 200,000 years ago. It was a whole thing. How are you? I haven't seen you in quite some time.
You're the bookkeeper.
Yes. Oh, I was. I am. It's complicated. We are here to fix the problem. We've begun fixing. We're here on behalf of the Darkhold. As you can see, Doom has been in gestures towards a large machine, messing with the Bifrost's energy, doing some sort of experiment. But we have, and kind of side eyes and looks at Exploit, taken care of it.
Wow. Okay. Well, that makes my job a lot easier.
I just give like the shakiest, weakest thumbs up possible.
Just knees weak at this muscular woman.
Yes.
Yes, Doom has been... I believe that he's been consorting with Malekith and planning some sort of assault on Asgard, and this has been the first step of it. And as well as Morgan Le Fay, who has been in league with the two of them.
Yes, I'm quite aware Morgan's involvement. We are trying to get our hands on the Darkhold. I don't suppose you could offer an assist.
Are there pieces of it here?
I believe so.
Well, then, I suppose I could help. But then we will need to find out where Morgan Le Fay is and stop her plan and her invasion of Asgard.
I believe the Darkhold is a piece of that. I believe if we find these pages and collect them in the ways that they need to be collected, we will not have to search for her. She will find us, my friend.
Indeed. Right. Well, lead the way then.
Introductions. Have you met Michael? This is Michael. He's quite a lovely individual. Michael, an exploit, and you Hellhound. I don't know if you know everybody. Everyone, this is Angela, the quite lovely Odin's daughter.
Matt.
Hi.
I like wave that simultaneously that is like looking at her and far off. And I think I just mutter something about I've seen you in a different world before, and don't address it. We'll move on.
She scans over all of you. She looks at Hellhound and she says, "Mephisto's daughter."
Yeah.
Not super jazzed about that, I see.
You know, there are better dads to have in the universe, but you know, you take what you can get.
I can relate. Well, lead the way then.
Right. Okay. What? Starts walking. Towards I guess north, not north. That's not how north works. Oh.
You start going. Yeah, that's not how. Amazing. All right. You come across like a bounding elevator shaft. It looks like the lift has been deactivated because it looks like the whole building is on high alert, because while nobody knows exactly where you are, they know that there are intruders present.
And I teleport us to the top of the shaft.
The number of problems that are solved by
Immediately.
I teleport us to the top of the shaft is wild.
Yeah. And I just and we're just there and we just do it. That's what a lot of superhero games are. It's yeah, we just do it.
Yeah.
As you begin your approach into what looks like the Grand Hall of Castle Doom from this angle, you see that there are Doom bots that seem to be guarding the entrance. Let's see here. And you have a moment to register that before they immediately turn and notice you. I'm not going to say that everyone has like a full action, but like kind of what is your approach? Whoops.
Yeah, you don't look like Doom or a Doombot anymore, do you, AWOL?
No.
Okay.
Drop that when the big muscle lady picked him up.
Hey, listen, been there, you know?
It's real. That's the realest thing that
We
he's ever
all
done.
unmasked in front of a pretty lady.
Exactly.
Yeah. If a pretty woman yokes me up, I don't care.
I
I'm
can't
done.
wait until someday I meet every single one of you in person and you picture the fact that I am 6'1", and that I am very tall, and I'm just so excited for this for all of you.
What?
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
I'm a big tall lady.
Oh, I never knew. I am like 5'11", but
Let's go.
In my go-to platforms, eye to eye.
Everybody on the internet is just like one average height in my head until otherwise specified.
I'm apparently short-coded online, and I try not to think about it.
My community has also said I'm short-coded. I'm like, how dare you?
All right.
Anyway, back to important things.
What's the play?
I'm gonna let the boys do what the boys do. Smashy, smashy, bang, bang. My plan is to try to get past them and grab that dark hold.
Hell yeah. I love that.
I kind of want to fight some Doombots, but I also I could turn us invisible, but I also wouldn't mind fighting Doombots.
It'd be kind of fun.
Jordan wouldn't mind fighting Doombots, is what I'm trying to say.
Exploit
But-
and Dare are both terrified of what can happen now.
Yeah, I can just turn us invisible if we want to go that route. I can turn all of us invisible.
Smashy, bang, bang.
All right. I guess we're going smashy, bang, bang. Do you want me to turn you invisible, Scheherazade?
No. You have far more dangerous things, darling. I do want to before I leave fastball special Hellhound.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. So this portal begins to open on the edge of the platform, and the Doombots begin to notice it and like turn and take ready positions. And barreling out of it is Hellhound with the first attack. We're going to actually just go straight into initiative order and see what order this all happens in.
All right.
And I'm going to play our fun little fight music.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh, fight music.
Fight music.
And unfortunately, none of you will hear it. It'll just be for the people watching the stream.
Don't worry, my
Fine,
fight music
I'll
has
play
been
my
the
own
MF
fight
Doom
music.
I've been listening the entire session.
Amazing.
Nice.
Mad villain, the worst guy.
Listen to
Alright.
the Hades soundtrack while we've been playing. I'm like, just
play
enough
Chapel
background and
Roan
just
here.
enough fighting.
And I might put on some MF Doom in the background real quick.
That's
I'm gonna
allowed.
put on the special herbs
All right, so
instrumental stuff.
let me go ahead and there we go. All right, what did Hellhound get?
Hellhound got a 14.
Hell yeah. And AWOL?
AWOL got an 11.
Looks like it already went in there. Scheherazade, did you get a 16?
Saying yes. If you
That's-
click on the token and then hit the button, it'll automatically put it in there.
Interesting.
I can't control my token at the mo, so.
Oh, that's so cool.
I always just forget it every time we get into combat.
Problem
Good
is,
luck, everyone.
then it brings
I'm
all of the
rooting
stuff
for you.
from the last one back in. Exploit, what did you get?
I got a 16.
All right. And then the Doombots. Holding down shift, why is it not? That's annoying. All right. All right. So Scheherazade is the first to react. Are you using the action to use your portal to do the fastball?
Yeah, I think that's a reaction, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I think
fastball special is a reaction.
so. I think that the way that the rule works is that you have to use your action to do the throw, and then the other person can use their reaction to do the actual
Gotcha.
fastball special.
Okay, then I'm going to open up the portal for Hellhound to fall through, and I'm basically going to let them like fall from space, just free fall, and then have the portal open back up when they reach max velocity.
Amazing. Yeah, so you fly out, your body's still cold from the reaches of space, and so you can immediately use your reaction out of turn order to do an attack.
All right. Let's fucking pew pew. 13.
Let me see. What is these guys' armor? Their melee is a 13, meets it, beats it, and because
yeah.
you're getting fastballed, you're gonna deal double damage.
Great. Oh, I did
The thing
where I
again.
clicked on the score.
So it's gonna be
Well,
4
here,
times 2 plus 3 is gonna be 8, 11 times 2 is 22.
Let's go.
All right,
Nice.
Thank you, Sean. Sorry I did the thing.
all good.
clock them, deck them right in the face, their little robot face.
Hell yeah. And then exploit. It is going to be you next.
Do I
and I'm
get
also doing.
any power? Oh, sorry. You first.
I just want to use my movement for blink barrage to
Okay.
move forward.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Do I get any weird powers?
I'm going to say that you are going to have access to both teleport and multiversal travel for the next hour.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I think I can't move my character, but
Let me fix that.
imagine, yeah.
Remember, you still have inspiration as well.
Cool.
You should be able to now.
Okay, I'm gonna fly over to them. And I think my initial reaction is to just like, I think I'm too deeply nervous to like try anything yet.
All right.
I think my first move is to just try to punch one.
Cool.
And then as I get more comfortable with the idea of what I can do, I will get weirder.
Sounds good.
All right, so do I hit score or attack first? I forgot.
I'll hit the attack because that's going to do both the attack and the damage roll at the same time.
Okay, cool. All right, so 15 to hit.
Does hit.
And then 12 damage on this little Doombot in front of me.
Hell yeah. All right, so yeah, you bamf up and give him a solid whap on the jaw as some sparks go flying. And
okay.
he is going to go ahead and attack back as he like moves his fist back, and you can see that like arcane energy begins to manifest around his fist as he brings it back to hit you. And that is going to be... does a 14 beat your melee defense?
I'm pretty sure it beats it. Let me double check. Yeah, it meets it.
All right. So that is going to deal 9 damage.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything fancy with that. I'm just going to take that 9 damage.
All right. I don't know why I closed it. They're all on the same fucking character sheet. There we go. This one is actually going to try and ensnare Hellhound. Basically like summons up like these magical chains that basically are going to try and bind you to the ground.
Hey, wait a minute. That's my thing.
What's your melee defense?
12.
Hey, misses. So yeah, you're bound by these chains for a minute, but you like rip your arms up and just like destroy the chains. And we get a little speech bubble from Angela that says impressive. And the rest of them are going to move up. And do elemental blasts on AWOL and Angela.
Hope it hits.
Yeah, I knew you would. 15 does double damage because it's a fantastic success, so it does 26 damage. So go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, is that an ego or is that agility?
It's an agility attack.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 10 to get so it does 15 damage. Cool. I go up to 110.
Nice. All right, and the other
And
one
that's my reaction.
does the same thing on Angela, who just eats the damage, doesn't seem particularly phased by it. She's tough. The other two are going to try, and Scheherazade, is that where you are on the map?
Yeah, that's where I'm at the map. They have trouble when attacking me because of the
Blink Barrage. Okay, so yeah, they're both going to try and come after you, though. Damn it, I keep doing this to myself. What is your trouble? Not that I think it'll matter, but what's your defense?
It's a 13.
All right, so one of them manages to hit you and deals 5 damage.
Beautiful.
All right, and that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
All right, I'm actually gonna try and shoot a hex bolt at this one here and try to get them to leave Scheherazade and come over to me.
Hell yeah.
So let's do where'd it go? Hex bolt. Make an ego check against their agility defense. I think a 21 hits.
Yeah, I would say definitely probably
That'll
does.
do it. For
That's-
22 damage.
That's going to do it. All right. And you said it was on one of the ones that's attacking Scheherazade.
Yeah. One of those two.
Cool. All right. Gamora is then going to fly up on one of. Sorry, not Gamora. Angela.
Gamora's here?
It's a reskin. Sorry, I really wanted Angela, and their power sets are
It's
pretty
like
similar.
Heavenly Gamora.
I mean, it's not that.
Gamora
Like,
in a hat.
yeah.
Bless them thighs.
All right. And she is going to use Focus Fury sounds cool. We're going to go with that. Close attack with an edge. Add +1 of the character's melee damage for every 2 points of focus. So she is going to spend 20 focus to do that. With an edge, so we're going to re-roll this one. She hits, and it's 36 plus she spent 20 focus, which means that it's going to be +10. So she deals 46 damage to this Doombot as she like brings her sword over, and it begins to like ignite with heavenly energy, and she like cuts through this Doombot. And that is going to make it AWOL's turn.
Question: do all Doombots fly?
All of these ones do.
Okay, damn. Then I won't do the thing I was thinking of. I am going to use Elemental Barrage.
All right.
To hit all of them. I
All
think
right.
they're all within 10 spaces. Let me see. They're all within 10 spaces of the guy that is next to Hellhound. So I'm going to hit that guy, and then that hits everyone.
Okay. So, next to Hellhound. Got it. Oh,
Yes.
I see. Yeah, you're center. You're smarter at this game than I am. So yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Hey, you're great, Sean.
You're
Yeah.
fantastic.
No self-deprecating jokes here.
So
Uh-uh.
that is, so I'm down to 95.
Thought you could get away with insulting our friend?
I don't think so, Al.
Buckaroo.
White person phrase.
Not the wave.
And that deals 12 damage to all of them
All right.
because it's half rounded up. And then I'm going to move in. I'm gonna. I can move like 20 squares.
Cool.
So I'm gonna go like here.
All right. And that brings us back to the top of the order with Scheherazade. Are you about to do something risky?
Yeah, I'm about to do something risky. I'm going to try to teleport my way through the door that's behind me because I'm assuming that's where the Darkhold is, right?
Yeah, so it's actually just not even, it's easier than you might think because it's not even a door. It's actually like through this archway, it's kind of an open area that leads into the next area where the Darkhold is being kept. So let me go ahead and drop you there.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue to blink barrage my way forward to get within
Wild.
eyesight of the Darkhold.
All right. And
And then if I can see it, I want to make a small portal and reach my hand out and grab the pages.
So a couple things are going to happen. So you're able to teleport into this next room, and you see up on the top of this overlooking balcony here is a case in which you see the Darkhold. And as soon as you teleport there, you like land in front of it, and then materializing behind it is Morgan Le Fay, and she says, "We told you not to use portals, or you'll end up alone again." And then you hear a voice behind you that says, "She's not alone this time," as Scarlet Witch appears next to you.
Oh,
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
And so let me set that up.
so sick.
Would this is like in character exploit is asking, would AWOL and Hellhound, would you be okay if I head into the next room with Scheherazade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I can finish these guys off. I think
I'll
Hellhound
help you
and I
out.
can. I think Hellhound and I can handle these guys.
Okay, good. I have ideas. I don't know if they're good or bad, but I have ideas.
Please do them. Yes,
Good
yes, yes,
luck.
yes.
Cool. Well, exploit. So use your turn to kind of like teleport in here, and get here. Was there
I have 20 squares of movement as well, so I might just be able to fly in genuinely.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put you on this map then. Oh, shit! I just realized I did a whole map thing and it didn't have you guys over on it. Oops. All right.
I have interesting threats I can leverage at many people in this room now.
So, fun fact that I figured out while I was desperately searching for something that would fit for Castle Doom. You know what works really well for that? Warhammer 40k environments.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brutalism.
Yeah, so exploit. There we go. So you're able to land in there, and also as you are there, you see Scarlet Witch, Morgan Le Fay, and Scheherazade up on the balcony above you. But you also see that coming out of this hallway below are several of these guys. They look like they're dressed up as like acolytes of Morgan Le Fay. They seem to be some kind of spellcasters.
Are we on the right map?
I think we are. on a
You're
different map.
definitely not. I put it on the wrong map. I'm incorrect.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
bad. Hold on.
No worries.
You are human.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we see all the cool stuff.
Yeah,
Roll-
there's a
roll-
bunch of cool stuff.
Roll 20 is hard. I'm bad at it. Well, this is a sick map.
This makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, metal as hell.
All right. So you're able to use your move to get in here. Do you have any action that you're trying to do?
I think I'm going to maybe try to sign a check my ass can absolutely not catch.
Hell yeah. Love
Ah.
that for you.
I'm going to look at Morgan Le Fay.
Uh-huh.
And like point once again, my hand's still a little shaky. So, hi. You barely know who I am, and that's fine. I really think you should probably leave right now. Because I can make this whole Darkhold thing non-issue for everyone in this room. Do you know what I can do to this? And I think like I am still almost like my hands are struggling to like maintain their form. I've realized I can just take the concept of the multiverse into myself, and I know I could do the same thing with that book right now. So I really think you should turn away. And do I like having to do that? Not at all, but I absolutely. So you don't have a chance. to hold
Scarlet
this
Witch says,
ever.
"It sucks. I wouldn't recommend it."
Oh, I know. I've seen a lot of things that you have done across all of time. I get it. But it means that you will never have it, or Doom will never have it, and that's a win for me. And then I can just take this book, throw myself halfway across the multiverse to a place you will never find me. So I really think you should leave.
Roll ego.
And
Great.
Scheherazade looks desperately upset at you suggesting this plan.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know you wouldn't be a fan of it. Oh, of course, I rolled terrible.
Yeah, I think Morgan smiles and she says, "That means you die first."
I think I look at her and with a maybe terrifying amount of unflinching confidence. Don't care about that. Not in this exact moment. I've lived a million lifetimes and I've seen them all. I am so okay to die in this one. Plus, Krakoa means I come back. And I think like I still look jumpy at all of this.
All right.
Right. Think about what you're saying and what you're doing. Please do not throw away your life. Just because you can come back does not mean it does not carry consequences.
That's fair enough, but in the last day, I have fought a god, I have been halfway around the world, and now I'm holding all of this. Maybe I'm pretty good right now. And I think the energy is starting to get unnerving, especially from Exploit's normal demeanor.
You feel yourself falling as Morgan Le Fay opens a portal below your feet.
Of course.
And let me see here. So we're going to go ahead and take that off the board real quick.
That's terrifying. Wonderful.
You then land and you feel snow on you. And you stand up and you begin to look around at miles of barren, snowy wasteland. And moving over a giant hill not far off from you are a band of frost giants.
Great. Oh boy. Is there any way for me to check and see if I am still on this reality, this normal plane?
It feels like you're still within the same universe, at least.
Okay, cool. Cool, that's good.
But that's all you can decipher at this exact moment. So that's Morgan Le Fay's turn. The Dark Holders, now not having you to deal with, are going to come up here and try and deal with Scarlet Witch and Scheherazade. So actually, they are all actually going to hover up here and are just kind of hovering off of the edge of the balcony. And they begin flinging arcane fire at all of you.
They have trouble against me because of the blink barrage.
Perfect. Oh, that is the wrong character sheet. There we go. And they all have trouble against you, so 17 and a 15 against your agility.
Against my agility, yeah, that hits.
So you're going to take 20 damage from 2 of these hex bolts. The other 2 are going to hit Scarlet Witch. Well, one of them is actually going to miss, but one of them is going to hit. And then back to the Doombots on the other map. Oh, wait, let me change this a bit because they're not here anymore. Well, Scheherazade and AWOL aren't here anymore. All right. So in that case, some of them are actually going to run up on AWOL, and then, or 2 of them are going to run up on AWOL, and then 2 of them are actually going to attack Hellhound, and the other 2 are going to attack Angela. Cool. So everybody gets 2.
Row.
Am I gonna finally take damage for the first time?
Maybe. One of them got a fantastic success on you, which is going to be 30 damage.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. So I'm up to, it cost me 10, and I gain 20.
All right. And Hellhound, what is your melee defense?
12.
All right, so one of them hits you for 13 damage,
Okay.
and the other 2 are going to attack Angela. She is able to parry off one of them, but the other one does hit her. But she's tough; she can take it, and that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
Okay, beautiful. I was looking at my hex bolt that I did last time, and it is concentration. Which I was looking up per Marvel because it seems weird. It says that if it's concentration, it requires an action to use, but then the effect lasts with no action cost until concentration is broken.
That is correct.
Does does taking damage break
It
concentration?
does. Yeah.
Okay, so then I have not concentrating on it anymore.
Right.
Okay, then forget everything I was about to say. Can I do target makes an ego check defense target other line of sight? Yeah, let's do a little flames of the Faltine on this guy right in front of me as the pentagram on my forehead starts lighting up, and I just want to like almost like stick my hand right in his face and try to shoot flame just like directly on his face as my hand is like gripping onto it.
Hell yeah.
I make an ego. Fantastic. Oh, is no.
That
That's an ultimate
that is an ultimate
fantastic.
fantastic success.
Ultimate fantastic success. Holy shit. Well, on a fantastic success, the target takes double damage and then suffers 5 points of damage at the end of every round until someone uses an action to put the flames out.
So I'm going to say on an ultimate fantastic success, and because that was all you needed. So like a portal to hell opens below him, and like the flames of hell like come up and just completely like engulf this Doombot and
I take
pull
my
it,
hand and I just push him down in there.
push him into the abyss.
As I'm like, because I had it like on his face. I'm just get down
I'm
there.
picturing the Luffy pushing the zombie back into the ground.
No, get down there. That's my turn.
Perfect.
Bye.
All right. Angela is going to try and finish murking these 2 Doombots. I think she gets like a double attack thing that she can do. So let's play around with that.
I'm gonna supernova on my turn and try to kill everyone.
Love
Oh,
that.
rip.
I have a wild idea for my turn.
I'm
Terrifying.
so excited.
See, my turn's simple. It's just either I punch or I throw some hellish fire at the
Wait.
gun.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Damn. So she actually, like, in a whirling frenzy, with her sword, decapitates both of these Doombots.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Got a fantastic
Very
success
sexy.
on her melee.
I just
yeah.
love when women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amen.
Feminism.
All right. AWOL, you're up.
Well, I guess I don't need to supernova now. But I guess it could finish these guys off. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 40.
Okay.
So I go down to 75. And it is an ego attack on everyone. I get +1 damage for every focus I spend. So it'll do an extra 20 damage.
Okay.
And that is 43 divided by 2 is 22, rounded up.
All right.
On everyone?
On everyone, on all of the baddies within 10 feet of me,
Okay.
which is all of them.
All right. They are all barely still standing.
Ah,
Gosh darn it.
I should have
little
spent
guy
a
and
little
big
bit more.
and two big muscle mommies taking on the world.
I should have spent a little bit more.
All right, that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
And can I also fly closer to? Is the gate open?
Yeah, it's just an open archway. So if you want to fly into
Okay.
the next room, you can.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume that they can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
Two muscle mommies can handle it.
Yeah.
Was I
God.
able on my last turn to get my hands on the pages of the Darkhold?
I'm gonna say you're trying to teleport them into a pocket dimension, kind of, right? Is that the deal?
My initial thing when I came into the room was to grab them and have them in my hand.
Because they're in
So
they're in kind of a glass
Right.
they're in kind of a glass case. So you'd probably have to use a separate portal to reach through there, or something like
That's
that.
what I was trying to do the last turn, was just open a small teleportal to reach my hand into the glass and grab it, was what I was trying to do the last turn.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and if that's the case, then I'll say that you have the pages of the Darkhold.
Okay. I'm going to look over at Wanda and nod, and I see Michael coming into the room, and I'm gonna say, "Michael, do the thing!" And I'm going to. I'm going to.
I'm fumbling in my pockets.
Oh God, jeez.
I'm gonna grab Wanda and begin I'm gonna try to teleport us over.
Oh,
by
yeah.
Hellbound.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that thing. Fuck.
Yeah, that thing.
All right. So yeah. So you're teleporting Wanda away? Is that the move?
I'm teleporting Wanda next to Hellhound because my plan is to get us all out of here whenever the bomb goes off. So I'm using my teleport together. What is it account as? I'm going to use it as my movement to I'm using teleport together to do my movement, and then I want to know if I can hold an action to open teleportal below me, Hellhound, and Wanda the moment Michael sets off the bombs.
Gotcha. What is your ego defense?
My ego defense is 13.
Morgan Le Fay dispels your portal.
Okay, rude.
Could you spend karma to make her re-roll that?
Oh yeah, I guess I can. Then I'll use a karma to make her reroll that.
All right. You can give her trouble on it, so she has to reroll
right.
one of them.
Okay.
Currently,
Then I don't think it's gonna be enough.
I was gonna say she's sitting at a
okay.
25 currently. So
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
yeah. So she goes, not so fast, as you see the portal dissipate in front of you.
I'll try it one more time because I can also use it as a reaction.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, and
That's so
she
cool.
used her reaction to dispel it, so she can't prevent it again.
Goodbye.
All right. And that moves you two back to this map over here. AWOL runs in the room, sees that, runs back.
Runs back. What? Hey, what?
Okay.
What? What's happening?
Okay, we're good.
Go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. That would make it Morgan Le Fay's turn. What does she want to try and do?
Take a nap.
Just AWOL is in the room.
Who just went last?
Scheherazade. So does exploit go before?
I went last time. I went at before.
Oh,
or
that's right. You
I
went
after.
before them. So yeah,
Yeah.
you are current. So yeah, you're currently in Jotunheim, and you have several frost giants running you down. But
Cool.
you do also still temporarily have some teleportation capabilities.
Yeah,
that you
no,
stole
I
from
know
the
exactly
Bifrost.
where I'm going.
All right.
So on the island, one of the people I've absolutely known at least about is Betsy Braddock.
Mhm.
I am going to throw myself maybe to try to find a Betsy, and I think I end up in the note in the space of the Captain Britain Corps. Because I'm like, I know this is Morgan Le Fay bullshit. I know that is King Arthur bullshit. I know Betsy's involved. I try to find a Betsy, and I think I end up in the omniversal space of the Captain Britain Corps.
I love it. So yeah, you look
Love
around, you see the caption says Jotunheim. You see these frost giants. You're like, oh, this isn't gonna work. And you teleport, and then we immediately get London, England, and you pop up in the middle of what looks like a war room, and it has like a big Excalibur symbol on the table in the center of it. And you look up and you see Captain Britain, purple hair and all, and she goes, "What are you doing here?"
Uh, uh, First off, hi. Heard good
We're
things,
in the
great
middle of a
things.
meeting.
Yeah, I know, but so sorry. You know Morgan Le Fay. You absolutely have to know Morgan Le Fay.
It's part of my job
Uh,
description, yes.
yeah, well, she's trying to get the Darkhold alongside Doctor Doom.
We're
And
aware.
I was wondering maybe if you had something I can borrow. You're the whole sword and sorcery type. I don't know how well I can punch her, but maybe like a whole sword I could hit her with might help, or any sort of magic doohickey, because I'm not a magic one.
You teleported into the middle of a meeting of the Captain Britain Corps in the middle of a fight to try and get some kind of edge. Am I reading this right?
I am kind of containing the ability to travel in the multiverse, not on my own normal power.
You'd like
Kind of.
for a second do the Spider-Verse glitch for a second.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I don't know which version of reality I'm in, but I think a little bit of help would be good because I know the Darkhold kind of exists across all of it. So I think if you can let me borrow a sword, or I don't know, knight me. I don't know how you do that, but something would be really helpful instead of this attitude. Sorry.
Betsy Braddock like rolls her eyes, stands up, summons a psychic blade, and dubs you, and then pushes you backwards, and you feel yourself falling through a portal. And now like you're falling through the Latverian skyline. But you begin to feel yourself like charged with like a bit of Psylocke's essence. Or of Captain Britain's like kind of like her psychic energy projection that she can do, and you feel empowered to go back into this fight. Also, can you fly? I can't remember.
Yes, I
Okay.
can.
So yeah, you are like falling, and you like look down, and you are like falling directly into the top of towards the top of Castle Doom.
Yeah, so multiversal travel was my movement action
Mhm.
because I looked at that's a movement thing. Am I able to just kind of fall like a missile and just try to slice at her?
Yeah, that sounds cool as hell.
Alrighty.
Like,
Do I get any bonuses to either attack or anything for this? It's okay if not, just curious.
I kind of love the idea of Betsy Braddock's knighting and pushing having been a fastball special, and her just fastballing you back into the fight. And so basically you're going to be able to use your reaction to do a normal melee attack, and it will deal double damage on a hit.
Beautiful. Okay. God damn, the dice hate me right now.
Well,
But
luckily,
anything-
Morgan Le Fay is very strong in magic. She's not very strong in melee. So you actually do beat her melee defense with that roll.
Okay, then that is
48 damage.
48 damage.
Oh, yeah. So all this happens very fast. We see Scheherazade and Scarlet Witch teleport away, and Morgan Le Fay like has this rage and that she's like conjuring this magic that she's about to follow them with, and we see like the words crash across the panel, and we see like a long frame of her looking up and Exploit falling through, charged up with like this purple psychic energy that she like. Is it like a double fist? Is it a flying kick? What's your KO move?
I think, I think it is very much like, because I'm gonna just be a dare thing real quick. I've been in Japan. I've been consuming a lot of Japanese media. I think I do a rider kick.
Hell
I think
yeah.
I, like full on common rider fly in.
I fucking love that. We get like a zoom in, like a triple zoom in panel of you flying through, and you collide with her, and she flies off the balcony. She's not KO'd yet, but you took a fuck ton of hit points.
I think I just sort of yell because I think I look around and realize no one else is here. I think I just yell, "I'm back, by the way."
Perfect.
I'm here.
All right. Shit. I think that makes it Hellhound's turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no big deal. No, what do we do?
Okay, sure. Well, we're all trying to leave, right? Great.
Expeditious.
Can I do summon portal right underneath exploit to get exploit over here so that we're all over here?
That sounds like that would work.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I hear exploit say, "I'm back, by the way." And I just instinctively just make a portal to pop out right next to us. I'm like, "All right, we're all here. Let's go. Chairs on, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go,
guess.
I guess." And that'll be what I do. It's just now we are all together.
And Angela goes, "Is this normally how you operate?" And I guess Run gets the clue of that's what you all are doing and runs over. At this point, Awa and Scheherazade, you're going to be able to take your actions before any of the enemies do. So if the move is you all want to run together and group up and portal out of there, you'll be able to get away with that.
I kind of want to blast Morgan Le Fay a little bit before I blow up the castle.
All right. Go for it. What are you doing with it?
So I'm going to use Elemental Blast,
Okay.
which is the target makes a ranged attack with edge on an enemy within line of sight. For this attack, add +1 to the character's agility damage bonus for every 2 points of focus that they spend, and I'm going to spend 60.
Jeez. All right.
And then it's an agility attack, so it's against her agility defense, and it's going to get +30 damage. And that is I've got edge. That is a 17 for 21 plus 30, so for 51 damage. As I blast her with this light. I was right in the doorway.
Right. I'm just saying, were you first or last in the initiative order?
I was last.
Okay, so she still doesn't have her reaction back, so she can't block that.
Nope.
Yeah, you what does this look like? What are you hitting her with?
Yeah. So I do my I put my hands out in front of me and all of my bots focus the light. It's like they're all
It's the cable hyper viper
reflectors.
cannon.
Yes, 100%. And just this huge blast of light just hits her in the chest.
Hell yeah. And we get a big KO across the screen as she drops to 0 hit points, is knocked back on the balcony unconscious.
And then I'm going to fly out of there and click.
All right, yeah, and as you teleport away, we get a view of the exterior of Castle Doom and a bunch of explosions going off at the base, and the whole thing just kind of sinking downwards.
I want to say something cool as we're leaving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Library's closed.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes. Incredible.
That's so good. All right. And you are all teleported away. Where do you go?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, yeah.
Oh my
Garden.
I thought that went without saying. We were gonna go to Olive Garden.
Yeah, I want some soup and salad.
Yeah, I think
We've earned
I'm
a little
gonna
treat.
I'm just gonna grab a couple of unlimited pasta passes from across reality. No,
Oh my God. So we have a witch, an Asgardian, a demon, a mutant, an eternal, and some guy sitting around a table at an Olive Garden.
6.
Oh my God!
What's the weight?
I think we can get a table cleared.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Not wanting
Thank
to
you
tell
so
any of
much.
you that there's a wait. Uh, and we get a shot of all of you eating unlimited pasta, sitting around the table. Angela goes, "This is actually like not bad.
You know, it's pretty good.
Like
It's not authentic, but it's
no, it's
pretty
it's
good.
it hits the
carbs.
spot.
It's carbs, and
It's carbs.
that's what I need."
Plus you can just here, and I call over like one of the waiters. Can I get some Parmesan on this?
I knew it. I knew it was gonna be this.
Sure.
And you can
as-
just you can say whenever you want.
Yeah, the
You can actually
expectation.
buy these. You
Yeah.
have to just sell them to you. It's
Do
amazing.
you want one? We'll take one for everyone at the table.
Dear God. Okay. So while you're all eating at Olive Garden, is there a discussion of what you're gonna do next? There's still you were able to obtain 9 pages of the Darkhold from Castle Doom.
Nice.
And that means that there are 22 to go.
I think put buying them together and put them in the book to give to Wanda, and I guess like while we're sitting there eating breadsticks, sort of ask her, this is yours to hold. It's your responsibility, but I need to know, do you feel comfortable carrying it? If not, we're more than happy to hold the burden for a while until all the pages are recovered. But it is yours. We would like to know, kind of looking at everyone, what you would have us do with it.
If you mean to recover the rest of the pages, it's probably not good for you to be carrying the ones that you found with you. So I can keep them somewhere safe for now. And once they are all gathered together, we can figure out what to do with them.
Then they are
Yeah.
yours to hold.
Sounds fair.
I don't like the idea of having possession of them, but I will hold on to them.
I think around this time, I think it's been like an hour. I think the powers are starting to like drain from me,
Mhm.
and I do look just exhausted. Yeah, we do have the nuclear option as well if we just need to like drain them for a while.
I don't think that is going to work. That's what
Kid, we're not letting you do that.
that's what Steven wants to do. It won't work. But of course in his arrogance he thinks it will.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. It's not an arrogance thing. It's more of I don't want to. I
Then
don't-
we're not gonna let you.
Well,
We're
okay.
not going to let you do that.
Have you heard the principle that energy cannot be created or destroyed?
Yeah, only
The Darkhold
that-
works like that. You could absorb it, but it wouldn't get rid of it. It would just go somewhere else.
yeah, here. And that's, I think, less
That-
volatile than just being an open book.
As
For anyone
somebody
to
who
grasp
has done that before and who had that forcibly pulled out of her by Morgan Le Fay, it's not a permanent solution, and it's not one that I would ask anyone to undertake.
But you are the most valuable thing here, even more so than the Darkhold. Please do not throw your life away.
Okay. Yeah, sorry if I've been sort of not here.
You absorbed a power none of us can comprehend. We get it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to talk to one of the telepaths about that one later.
That's the
Hey,
fun
we'll
part
cross
about
that
it,
bridge when
is
we
you
get
don't
to
have
it,
to
kid.
talk to them about it.
I should, or at least, I don't know.
But
They're
I could use a brain
telepaths.
massage.
You don't have to talk to them about it.
Yeah, true.
Let's
Don't
also
worry.
maybe not tell Logan about this little incident.
Yeah, are we
perhaps.
all in agreement here? We're not snitching on the kid.
Yeah. Hey, Exploit,
Yeah.
I have a question, and it's probably not a big deal. Were you in Marvel versus Capcom when you went through the multiverse?
Uh, yeah, no, there is a guy with like a red jacket, and he just kept saying stylish and stuff like that. Um,
That's so
I was in a
cool.
bunch of different things. I think I was a card at one point.
Is this a game? Is that what we're talking about? We're
Yeah,
talking about
no,
this game.
I was video games for a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, I love video games. They're so fun.
That's really cool.
It
And
is, but also it's terrifying.
I turned to the waitress who's been here the whole time. When?
God damn it!
you motherfucker!
I choked on my coffee.
Holy shit!
You motherfucker!
We look over at a giant mountain of Parmesan.
So much cheese.
They're gonna call like a street level hero on us because they're gonna think we're like low level villains.
Yeah.
Luke Cage are gonna show up ready to fight us.
Oh my god. Angela looks over at Hellhound and says, "So, last I heard, you were an assassin from Mephisto? What
Yeah,
made you take this
God.
career path?
Huh?
What made you change career paths?"
Oh, I think, you hear enough screams of tormented people and realize that your dad's been lying to you your whole life that you just sort of realize your heart's not in it anymore.
And what is your heart in now?
Making people feel better than they were. And she's trying to like suss out like if this is flirting or not. It's like making people feel better. Yeah. What about you?
I'm just curious because as someone who also has a complicated upbringing and was pushed down a path by those who brought me up that I later discovered wasn't necessarily the path that I wanted to follow. I'm interested to see what other people's motivations are to go their own path and what they have found along the way.
Well, I think it's good to question all the things you were taught, Parents tell you this is what the world is, this is what life is, this is who you are. And who are they to tell you who you are? Who are they to tell you what the world is?
You're right. And what have you found that the world is for yourself?
What have I what?
I'm just asking because it seems like you're quite a motivated individual. You certainly fought like someone with a great passion. People don't tend to do things like that about things they're not serious about unless you simply like fighting for the sport of it.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I mean, who doesn't like a good fight every now and then? Kicking a robot's ass, melting them into the center of hell. You see that one? I thought that one was pretty good.
Pretty good, actually.
It's pretty good. I mean, your 2 decapitations also pretty good.
Oh, you saw that?
I did.
Yeah. Quite the swordsman.
Well, I mean, when you spend your whole life, just hunting down person after person after person, I'm not really good at resting. I'm not good at sitting still. Wasn't really trained to just relax.
Right. Need something to tire you out every
Need
once in a while.
something to do, something to care about. And, whether that's what my dad cares about or what I care about, doesn't really matter. I just need something to do.
Something to wrestle with.
Yeah. Or someone.
Someone to exert your energy on.
Michael, what's happening here?
I have no idea, but it's really cool.
I would love some more soup.
All right. So yeah, all of you just watching the angel and the demon flirt as you're eating breadsticks and pasta. I think that at some point, Exploit's phone rings.
Oh boy.
Like,
Let's
shush.
just stay on there.
What do you have Emma Frost saved in your phone as?
Emma Frost with a little diamond emoji. I don't fuck around in that capacity.
She answers, or she calls and she says, "Hey, Zania, how's the
Yeah.
gap year been going?"
Well, pretty good, Miss Frost. Um, the gap year is sort of temporarily on hiatus because I think I am doing a bit of a let's call it a work retreat. Uh,
Yeah, I've been
because
seeing stuff about that.
yeah, yeah, no, it's been a bit of a field trip. I've went a lot of places, seen a lot of people and things.
Okay, well, I just wanted to let you know because you are welcome to come back at any time, but when you are going out and things are happening in the areas that you're at that are ending up on national news, people start to look into who are behind these things, and it starts to paint people associated with them in a rather bad light. And I want you to consider the ramifications that the actions of an individual might have on the groups that they are associated with.
Is this affecting the Hellfire Club business?
Not yet, but we'll call this a temperature check so that you know
Cool.
where we're at with things and
Yeah.
can move forward well informed.
Yeah, I would like on the record that I am the person who is the most behaved in this room, in this group, which I just end up having to make a business call or two in a way that I think you would respect. I have held a quite a good amount of power in a way that I think you would be proud of me for. I will. I don't think that's a conversation for over the phone, but I think you would be proud of the things that I've done.
Okay, well, next time you are going to blow up a building that is owned by a foreign government, maybe give us a heads up.
Well, it was a lot less on my end. I don't think anyone even noticed me. I wasn't in the room a lot.
Take care of yourself, Zania, and just maybe try and keep us in the loop on some stuff.
Okay, yeah, it's been happening fast. And I think when I can hang up, I text Miss Emma. Okay, so I've maybe been flying through the multiverse a little bit. And then I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Oh no.
I'm gonna see if
that is the most unhinged thing I've ever heard. Holy shit.
It's not real if I can't let it catch me for a second. I just need a few hours.
Good. Great. Love that. Cool. All right. Well, I think that is, unless anybody else has anything that they want to address, a good place to park it for this week. So we're going to go ahead and do the circle again. Everybody say where we can find you and what you're doing. We'll go ahead and start with Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah, Oops All Smurf. You can find me on basically any social media at Oops All Smurf. I'm also nominated for a Crit Award for Best One-Page TTRPG. If you'd like to vote for Cracker Barrel Has Fallen, would greatly appreciate it. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. And Tali.
Hi, everybody. My name's Tali. Use they, them pronouns. You can find me at that's_Barnaby all over the internet.
Cool. And Dare.
Hi, my name's Dare, pronounced she, they, they. I can be found all over the internet being a menace at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. Very recently, I've gone back into streaming video games, so I will be doing so tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern as I begin my Supergiant retrospective. So I am going to be playing Bastion. So I don't know, hang out. I'd let's just catch a vibe tomorrow.
Cool. Sounds cool. And last but not least, we have Jordan. Jordan is muted.
at
He
this.
has nothing to promote.
Nothing.
I mean, I don't really. My name's Jordan. You can find me on TikTok at GM_Jordan. Or if you see me on the street, you can say hi.
Cool. I am Sean. You can find me everywhere at HighGainSad. Also, do not forget tinyurl.com/arcade for Gaza to read Razan's story and donate if you can to help her and her family safely escape Gaza and everything that is going on there. Until next time, we will see all of you and see what our little rascals get up to next Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take care, everybody.
Bye.